Hello student, welcome to online lecture series on measurement and instrumentation, and it is common to instrumentation and control mechanical fourth semester. Myself Kapil Dhama, assistant professor, St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Farooqnagar, Gurugram. So student, in lecture 13 we cover unit 3 for mechanical fourth semester and unit 4 for mechanical sixth semester. The following topics we will cover in this lecture. Like it is the regarding temperature scales, Fahrenheit and centigrade, Kelvin and Rankine, Reaumur, international practical temperature scales, and what are the various methods of the temperature measurement. Also, we discuss about the expansion thermometer, bimetallic thermometer, liquid in glass thermometer, expansion of solid, liquid and gas. The student also we discuss the filled system thermometer, that is liquid filled thermometer, mercury filled thermometer, vapor pressure thermometer. So student, as you know, in a temperature measurement, it is defined as the condition of a body by virtue of which heat is transferred to and from other bodies. जैसे कि आप देख रहे हैं कि स्टूडेंट की टेम्परेचर को मेजरमेंट जो करना है वो है हीट का ट्रांसफ़र होना एक बॉडी से दूसरी बॉडी तक. सो द डिग्री ऑफ हॉटनेस और कोल्डनेस ऑफ ए बॉडी और एन एनवायरनमेंट इज़ मेजर्ड ऑन ए डिफाइंड डेफिनेट स्केल. सो जो आप हॉटनेस और कोल्डनेस एक बॉडी से दूसरे बॉडी तक जो ट्रांसफ़र हो रहा है हमारा टेम्परेचर, उसको अगर हम डिग्री मेजर करें तो वो हम मेजर करेंगे एक डेफिनेट स्केल्स के ऊपर. So temperature can not be measured directly but must be measured by observing the effect the temperature variations causes on the measuring device. So we have the various methods that are classified into three categories, students. That is non-electrical, electrical and radiation based. Now we have the temperature scales depending upon the suitability. That is for absolute temperature, that is Kelvin scale, we write it as K is equal to the per degree centigrade, which you want to convert into a Kelvin, plus 273.15, and degree centigrade being temperature in Celsius scale. So if you want to calculate the temperature in absolute measurement, that it is nothing but as called as Rankine scale. So R is equal to Fahrenheit plus 459.69. Okay students, so Fahrenheit is equal to 32 plus 9.9 degree सेंटीग्रेड. तो इस तरीके से आप देख रहे हैं कि डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड और फॉरेनहाइट सेंटीग्रेड के बीच में रिलेशन आप यहाँ से गैदर कर सकते हैं. Also we have the Reaumur scale, that is R dash assigned 0 degree and R dash to the ice point and 80 degree R dash to the steam point, and often find use in the alcohol industry. So lower fixed point or ice point is the temperature of ice prepared for the distilled water at 760 mm of the mercury, whereas upper fixed point or steam point is the temperature of steam prepared for the distilled water boiling at 760 mm of the mercury. Now we have some basic points, fixed points, so student, that is boiling point, the temperature at which substance changes from liquid to gas, and freezing point, the temperature at which substance changes from liquid to solid. Triple point, a particular temperature and pressure at which the three different phases of the one substance can exist in equilibrium. According to Gibbs phase rule, as you know, a three-phase situation in a component leaves it with no degree of the freedom. And we have another point, that is absolute zero, the temperature at which molecular motion completely ceases. Now there are some important laws when you are going to study about the various temperature measurement. So you should consider certain kinds of laws while understanding those concepts. So what are those laws which are used in the temperature measurement? So student, these laws shows correlation between the temperature and the potential differences, like Seebeck effect, very important as you study in the earlier classes, which is used for the thermocouple measurement, and Petlier effect, Thomson effect, thermoelectric effect, law of homogeneous material, law of intermediate metal, law of intermediate temperature. So student, if we talk about the thermoelectric effect, what is that? That the direct conversion of temperature differences to the electric voltages and vice versa. So that is the main student, the definition as you see in the first line about the that is the direct converter temperature differences to the electric voltage and vice versa. Okay, okay students. Now thermoelectric devices creates voltage when there is temperature difference on each side. Conversely, and when a voltage is applied to it, then it creates a temperature difference. So at the atomic scale, ये जैसे आप देख रहे हैं atomic scale का, an applied temperature gradient causes charge carriers in the material to diffuse from the hot side to the cold side. Okay. This effect can be used to generate electricity, measure temperature or change the temperature of the objects, as the direction of heating cooling is determined by the polarity of the applied voltages. So thermoelectric devices can be used as a temperature controller. That is very important points when you should consider in mind. So thermoelectric effect encompasses three separately identified effects, that is a Seebeck effect, Pittler effect and Thomson effect. Okay student, the Pittler, Seebeck and Thomson effect are the thermodynamically reversible. So all these points are important students, so you have to consider this point, and it can be asked in the short examination, short questions. What do you mean by thermoelectric effect? Define Seebeck effect. So you should consider those points also. If you talk about the Seebeck effect student, that is difference between the two dissimilar electrical temperatures in the semiconductor produces a voltage difference between them. So Seebeck effect is conversion of the temperature differences directly into electricity. तो ये देख रहे हैं, आप देखेंगे कि जो कन्वर्जन हो रही है टेम्परेचर डिफरेंसेस का, वो डायरेक्ट किस में हो रहा है? इलेक्ट्रिसिटी में कन्वर्ट हो रहा है. तो लोकल करंट डेंसिटी दैट इज J इज गिवन बाय द रिलेशन, and V is the voltage, and sigma is the local conductivity. Okay students. So general Seebeck effect is described as a local creation of the electromagnetic force. S is nothing but the Seebeck effect coefficients known as thermal power, that is the property of local material. Okay, this is a diagram representing the semiconductor thermocouple Seebeck effect student, and you know that whenever there is an involvement of semiconductor, it means the semiconductor means N side and P side makes a device. So N side and P side consists of holes and N side consists of electrons, and heated surface is applied on this the hot junction, and there is a cold junction, so heat is rejected. Okay, voltage is generated. One side you are providing hot, and one side you are making the surfaces at cold. So this temperature differences creates a induced EMF. Okay students. Now if we talk about the Peltier effect, so Peltier effect is temperature differences created by the applying a voltage between two electrodes connected to a sample of semiconductor material. This phenomenon can be useful when it is necessary to transfer heat from one medium to another medium on a small scale. Okay students, this is the same type of Peltier effect you see. Okay, तो वहाँ रिवर्स हो जाएगा कोल्ड और हॉट का, जैसे कि आप उस पिछले वाले में देख रहे थे. Okay students, so the Thomson effect, what we have, the thermoelectric couples, that is consists of positive and negative elements electrically in series and parallel in heat flow. So student, Thomson effect में जैसे कि describe करेगा the heating or cooling of the current carrying conductor with a temperature gradient. So what we have is the considered current conductor which is subjected to the longitudinal temperature gradient and also the potential difference such that there is a flow of current and heat in the conductor. So this effect describes the mechanism that a current flows in a wire in which a temperature gradient is present, shows a heat exchange with its in environment. तो जो आपको ये रिलेशन यहाँ थोड़ा सा दिक्कत हो गई है, इसको हम लिखेंगे Q इज इक्वल टू के जे वी टी. Okay, this equation will become as Q is equal to के जे वी टी. एंड जो ये इक्वेशन ये वाली है, इसको हमें लिखना है K इज इक्वल टू टी टाइम्स ऑफ डी एस बाई डी टी. ओके, तो जो K है ये आपका क्या है, थॉम्सन कोएफिशिएंट है, और J क्या है, ये करंट डेंसिटी है, और जो आपका डेल्टा वी टी है, इसको थोड़ा सा मैं करूँ के जे डेल्टा वी, तो ये डेल्टा वी टी जो है, दिस इज योर टेम्परेचर ग्रेडियंट, और एस इज द सीबेक कोएफिशिएंट्स. तो आई होप कि आपको समझ में आया होगा. मैं एक बार दोबारा से इस इक्वेशंस को लिख देता हूँ कि जो Q है वो है के जे इंटू डेल्टा टी. तो K आपका जो हो गया यहाँ पे थॉम्सन कोएफिशिएंट हो गया, J आपका करंट डेंसिटी हो गया, डेल्टा T आपका टेम्परेचर ग्रेडियंट हो गया, जहाँ पर K की जो वैल्यू है वो T टाइम्स ऑफ डी एस बाई डी टी है. ओके, तो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द थॉम्सन इफेक्ट. आई होप कि आपको समझ में आया होगा. नाउ वी कम्स टू understand the concept of law of thermoelectricity, student. So first we have the law of homogeneous material. So a thermoelectric current cannot be sustained in a single homogeneous material by the application of heat alone, regardless of how much it might vary in cross section. And in case of law of intermediate material, that is the algebraic sum of the thermoelectric forces in circuit composed of any number of dissimilar material is zero if all of the circuit is at the same temperature. And law of successive of intermediate temperature, if two dissimilar homogeneous material produces thermal EMF 1 when junctions are T1 and T2, and produces thermal EMF E2 when junctions are at T2 and T3. The EMF generated when the junctions are at the temperature T1 and T3 will be equal to EMF 1 plus EMF 2. This is, we are talking about the concept that is E1 ET1 dot ET2. ओके, दो जो आपके सम हैं वो किस तरीके से एडअप हो रहे हैं वो हम इन डायग्राम्स की मदद से अंडरस्टैंड कर सकते हैं. ओके, now student, we have the method of measurement, temperature measurement, that is expansion thermometer, in which you understand the biometallic thermometer, expansion of solid, liquid and gas thermometer, and various other thermometers. We discuss this in step by step. Okay, so first we talk about the expansion method of measurement, and in expansion method of measurement we understood the concept of bimetallic thermometer, that is expansion of solid, liquid glass thermometer, expansion of liquid in metal thermometer, expansion of liquid, and gas thermometer. Okay, so one in bimetallic thermometer, expansion of solid, that is made up of bimetallic strip formed by joining two different metals having different thermal expansion coefficients. So आप जैसे कि यहाँ देखेंगे important point है कि जो bimetallic strips हैं वो formed होंगी by joining two different metals having different thermal expansion coefficient से. So this bimetallic strip is mechanical element can sense temperature and transport into mechanical displacement. तो mechanical sense करेगी temperature को और transform करेगी mechanical displacement में. So this mechanical action from the bimetallic strip can be used to activate a switch mechanism for getting an electronic output. So also it can be attached to the pointer of the measuring instrument or position indicator. Various techniques we have such as riveting, bolting, fastening can also be used to bond two layers of diverse metals in a bimetallic strip. However, the most commonly used method is welding. So since two metals are employed to construct a bimetallic strip, hence they are named as so called as bimetallic thermometer. Okay, students. This is the working principle you see in the bimetallic strip expansion. That is, different metals expand different rates as they warm up. The two decimal metals behave in a different manner when exposed to temperature variations owing to their different thermal expansion rates. One layer of the metal expands or contracts more than the other layer of metal in a bimetallic strip arrangement, which results in bending or curvature change of the strip. And one end of the straight but bimetallic strip is fixed in the place. As the strip is heated, the other end tend to curve away from the side that has the greater coefficient of the linear expansion. So this is a diagram student you see. So in this diagram you see, this is the metal 1, this is the metal 2, this is a support, and this is a movement up and down. Okay, there are some features, as you know, the advantage, that is low cost of easy installation and maintenance, good accuracy, wide temperature range. We talk about the disadvantages, that is limited to local mounting, only indicated type, calibrated may change due to the finding, accuracy is not at the best. These are the some features with respect to advantage and disadvantages, student. Now student, if we talk about the liquid in glass thermometers, so that is, it mainly comprises a bulb which acts as a container for the functioning liquid, where it can easily expand or contract in capacity. A stem, a glass tube containing a tiny capillary connected to the bulb and enlarge it at the bottom into the bulb that is partially filled with the working liquid. A temperature scale which is basically preset or imprinted on the stem for displaying the temperature readings. The point of reference, that is the calibration point, which is the most commonly the ice point. Okay, so ये वर्किंग लिक्विड विच इज जनरली आइदर मर्करी और अल्कोहल. तो जैसे कि आप देख रहे हैं कि इस वाले केस में हम क्या यूज़ करेंगे, यहाँ पे मर्करी या अल्कोहल ही इसका इस्तेमाल करेंगे. इनर्ट गैस और या मेनली आर्गन और नाइट्रोजन विच इज फिल्ड इनसाइड द थर्मोमीटर अबाउट द मर्करी to which trim down its volatilization. Okay, this is the principle you see. The principle used to measure temperature is that the apparent thermal expansion of the liquid, it is the difference between the volumetric reversible thermal expansion of the liquid and its glass container that makes it possible to measure the temperature. So as you see, there is a working liquid in the standing in the black line, and the scale and the reference point is in the bottom, and there is a bulb. Okay, there are some features in the liquid in glass thermometers, as you see, comparatively very cheap, handy and convenient to use. So they do not necessitate power supply or batteries for charging. They can be frequently applied in areas where there is a problem of electricity, very bad repeatability, and calibration remains unaffected. So if we talk about its disadvantages, not very accurate, short temperature range, weaker and more delicate than electrical thermometers, subject to parallel error. If we talk about the liquid in metal thermometer, student, so thermometer in which the thermally sensitive element is a liquid contained in a metal envelope, frequently in the form of Bourdon tube. So a liquid in metal thermometers in which the mercury has been used as a liquid and the metal is steel. Okay, तो लिक्विड हम यहाँ यूज़ करेंगे मरकरी का और मेटल हम यूज़ करेंगे स्टील का. तो मरकरी इन स्टील थर्मोमीटर वर्क्स एग्जैक्टली एज द सेम प्रिंसिपल एज वी डिस्कस अर्लियर. So it is only the glass bulb is replaced by the steel bulb, and the glass capillary tube is one of the stainless steel. So as mercury in the system is not visible, a Bourdon tube is used to measure the change in its volume, as you see in the diagrams. So in the principle what we discuss in this circuitry, that is when the temperature to be measured rises, the mercury in the bulb expands more than the bulb, so that mercury is driven through the capillary tube into the Bourdon tube. So as the temperature continues to rise, increasing amounts of mercury will be driven into the Bourdon tube, causing it to be bent, and one end of the Bourdon tube is fixed, while the motion of the other end is communicated to the pointer, which moves on a calibrated temperature scale. So this is all about the principal liquid metal thermometer. Now liquid in metal thermometer. So the thermometer bulb is also placed in a protective pocket where the gas or liquid whose temperature is being measured is at a pressure other than the atmospheric. So in this case, the pocket prevents the bulb being subjected to this pressure and also enables the bulb to change without shutting down the plant. So as you see, the capillary tube is used in the mercury in steel thermometer, usually made from the stainless steel, as mercury will combine with the other metals. So changes of temperature affect the capillary and mercury it contain and hence thermometer reading. So it is generally mercury हम यहाँ पे यूज़ करते हैं लिक्विड के तौर पर, बट इसकी एक लिमिटेशंस है. लिमिटेशन क्या कि लोअर एंड अगर टेम्परेचर स्केल कि ये यहाँ से इफेक्ट होता है. तो फॉर दिस अदर रीजन अदर लिक्विड आल्सो यूज समटाइम्स इन द प्लेस ऑफ मर्करी. Next we have, student, the gas filled thermometer. Okay, now in this type of thermometer, the filled thermometer device consists of primary element that takes the form of a reservoir or the bulb, a flexible capillary tube and a hollow bottom tube that actuates a signal transmitting device and or a local indicating temperature dial. So the filling fluid, either liquid or gas, expand as the temperature increases. This causes the bottom tube to uncoil and indicate the temperature on a calibrated dial. So the filling or transmitting medium is a vapor, as gas, a mercury or another liquid. So student, the liquid filled system is the most common because it requires a bulb with the smallest volume or permits a smaller instrument to be used. We follow the particular law, that is law which states the ideal gases, that is T is equal to KPV. T is the temperature, K is the constant, P is the pressure, V is the volume. If the volume of a gas in the measuring instrument is keep constant, the ratio of the gas will be P1 by T1 is equal to P2 by T2. Okay, so this is the Bourdon tube, it is vapor filled and volatile liquid filled bulb, and there is a it is attached to the indicator. So whenever there is a change in the vapor filled Bourdon tube, there is a slightly increment in the indicator, which ultimately helps us to or measures the reading. Next is filled system thermometer, and it consists of Bourdon tube, a capillary tube and a thermometer bulb, all interconnected. So entire point is filled after appropriate liquid filling at NTP, and commonly used liquids are mercury, ethyl alcohol, xylene and toluene. So liquid expands or contracts with gain or loss of heat till measured temperature is attained, leading to the expansion or the contraction of the Bourdon tube, which is subsequently moves a pointer for the indication. There have some types. First one is gas filled, liquid filled, mercury filled, vapor filled. So in liquid filled thermometer, this work on the principle of liquid expansion with a temperature rise. The filling liquid is usually an inert hydrogen like xylene, which has 6 times more expansion coefficient than mercury, decreasing the bulb position. So one criterion to be maintained is that the pressure inside must be greater than the vapor pressure of the liquid to prevent formation of bubble inside. The solidification of liquid is also not permitted. Next we have the mercury filled thermometer, student, similar to that the liquid filled thermometer, but provides rapid response, accuracy and plenty of power. Pressure is as high as 12 psi, as low as 400 psi. The high pressure reduces the heat effect, and they are normally contained in the stainless steel bulb, increasing the corrosion resistance. And we have vapor filled thermometer. Here the bulb is partially filled with liquid and partially filled with vapor. Some of the liquid vaporized during operation. The liquid inside boils and vaporizes, creating gas inside a system the liquid contains to boil until pressure balance is obtained between system and vapor pressure. Here liquid stop boiling unless temperature rises. Similar, when temperature drops, liquid and vapor inside also cooled, causes some vapor to condense. So bringing down the pressure inside, and when the pressure inside equal to the vapor pressure, this action stops. Due to the change in the pressure, Bourdon tube uncoils or tightens with increase or decrease of the pressure indicating temperature on the point scale. We have some features regarding, that is ambient temperature, sources of error in the filled system thermometer, ambient temperature, effect of head or elevation effect, barometric effect, immersion effect, radiation effect. Advantages हैं, So no electrical power requirement and low maintenance, satisfactory time response, low cost, capillary, allow considerable separation between measurement point and temperature point. These are all the advantage. If we talk about the disadvantages, students, the large bulb requirement for better accuracy, requires full scale replacement is found faulty. Accuracy, sensitivity and span are on the lower side compared to the electrical method. So not great temperature range ability. So this is all about, we discuss the various kinds of temperature measurements and laws इन दिस लेक्चर स्टूडेंट्स. आई होप कि आपको समझ में आया होगा. तो आने वाले लेक्चर्स में और टॉपिक को डिस्कशन करेंगे. तब तक के लिए थैंक यू.